Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Aggies offense takes the field for the first time today. The Lone Star State has a ton of rivalries, but this one outshines all the rest.
Yeah, the three of us have had an opportunity to call this game in the past, and you can just feel the tradition when these two teams take the field, right, David? You got the 12th man, you got Bevo. This is special.
You got one side that thinks they're way better than the other side thinks they're way better. I'll let you decide which one thinks which, but every year, no love lost.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. The give to the tailback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick completion to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. So Texas's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though, has got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting back there.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Looking to take a shot. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Setting up the screen. Nice move to pick up yardage.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Now on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Dances away from one. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll run it from the gun.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Caught behind the line. It's McCann. Smokey the Cannon was firing the last time these two teams met as Texas pulled out a close one.
You know, when winning teams win a rivalry game like this, they get the bragging rights. That just seems like it's magnified in this state, though. That was a huge win for Texas a year ago.
Wait a minute, you mean everything's bigger in Texas? We've never heard that before. Obviously, when you beat the Aggies in a rivalry game, the bragging rights run deep for a whole year.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. Fires deep on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll throw it on first down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. He's looking to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. The give to the back. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Snags it on the right. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. He'll come out throwing on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Comes out throwing on first down. Buys a little time. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. Gonna try to get it himself. Gotta protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking to throw for it. Quick strike complete. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he loses the football. The kicking team's got it and they take the ball right back. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, think of all the big-time players who've been a part of this game, and we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional duel between the Longhorns and the Aggies. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Texas A&M and Texas plays out.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll open this third quarter with a run. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll try it again. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys...
Oh, it's on the ground! High ball! Bounced right back to them. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Red pass, it's complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe...
Oh, it's out! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. Really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. After the misfire now on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Everett. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Coming after him. Slips a tackle. On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Offense facing fourth down.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Longhorns! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. Fourth down, big situation. You got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. It's a draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. Texas A&M going quickly.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He's going to pass on second down. Fires to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when.
Makes the catch! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. They'll go to the air. Throws to the back. Makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws him to within a field goal. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down. Hit the afterburners, kid. The 30. He's at the running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. Just a crushing mistake on the penalty, wipes out the touchdown, and now they'll have to try to get it together and score again. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The play action fake. Fires on the run. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's going to pass. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And he'll get the ball back. Otherwise, it would have been lights out. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Looking to pass on second down. And he makes the catch at the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
What a play call in a 2-minute situation. They find the shot opportunity, and they take advantage of it, flipping the field. They've now put themselves in a chance to come back and win this thing.
Quick pass on the fly motion. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They move on top here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. West Virginia is ahead right now, but that's not exactly Major Harris out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over TCU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. On second down, wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Lincoln. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got the back over the middle. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Wants to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Texas! assist. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. And it's good, and he's got the lead up to 3 late. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Back open in the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. With the catch, it's Strong. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the first down. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. Line getting set on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they tie it up, fellas, here in the final second.
What a kick for that young man right there. And you just see the way it energized and galvanized his entire sideline. They've tied it up late. This thing's going to OT, and they look like they are ready to rock.
Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Give to the running back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Swings it out to the flat. And the ball slipped out. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. The noise level is relentless here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Tackled, but he has a first down. First play of the first possession of OT. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll do it himself. Oh, he gave him a dead leg.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and And now, what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Aggies! They jump on top here in OT.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
That makes the score. Texas A&M 28, Texas.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. I'm trying to power it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with 1 play to win this football game.
And they tacked on the extra point. Now first down here in the second overtime. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That's caught. It's Lincoln. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
This thing has been back and forth now. First and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. Turning to the running game on first and goal. Touchdown, Texas! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He'll start this drive firing. Touchdown, Aggies! And the answer here in overtime.
Texas A&M, number 7, catch and score.
Second overtime, you have to go for 2, and this is for the win. He wants to throw it. Buying some time. They are in! Ball game, and that does it in double OT with a 2-point conversion. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, baby.
Free. Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome. Back and forth, nip and tuck, and bonus time. You got some free overtime play in that one.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis.